mom just disappear all of a sudden. Well, when you have one of the biggest event of the year to host. So this is what happened to Savannah Guthrie. And basically on NBC, this is a recent story that is happening, taking rounds. And this is who Savannah Guthrie is. Basically, she's on set and she works for the NBC and today. So basically what happened is that her mom, she's supposed to be in Europe right now. Basically, that's what's gonna happen is the 2026 Olympics that's gonna start taking place this week, 2025. And which I'm gonna show you guys the schedule of the Winter Olympics. But basically, Savannah Guthrie was supposed to fly to Italy on Monday, this past Monday. Now today is Tuesday, a day ago. So and which she has to work and host the 2026 Winter Olympics. But instead, Guthrie spent a heart-wrenching day in Tucson, Arizona, supporting a massive search for her 84 years old mother Nancy. And the elder Guthrie disappeared. Disappearance became national news on Monday. Authorities described her from the crime scene and asked the public for help finding her. Okay, guys, be patient with me with my reading. I some days is good, some days it's not. Well, apparently today is one of these days that my reading is kinda suck. But NBC mobilized is considered. So basically, they are trying to, they have mobilized a search for her, a search party to, to seek to find her and allocate her and to bring her back, into safety, because right now they don't know where she's at. And still, this news is quite recent, and as I'm speaking about it, they haven't found her yet. As far as the news is telling me, and this is the number probably if you've seen her that you could you could basically call this number. And so this story, it happened for some people who are working in the NBC nightly news. Some of the stories will hit home because probably they've experienced a missing person in their lives also. And this is what happened: the worst phone call of her life. With that big international trip coming up, Guthrie spent much of last weekend with her husband and 2 kids, but her plans were shattered when a family member called her and said Nancy was missing, which is her mom. It was the worst phone call of her life, said the NBC producer who knows Savannah personally. Authorities in Pima County, Arizona, said Nancy family members searched for her home in vain before calling 911 to report her missing around noon local time on Sunday. Noon. So this is broad daylight. This all happened. At first, when I saw the story, I was thinking about, okay, maybe it's an elderly person just gone missing, because I don't know if you guys know, there's a lot of elderly person tend to go missing. So elderly person going missing statistics, roughly 70% of elderly with dementia like to wander and become lost at least once. And this is something that happens because if you have dementia, your mind, you're not remembering where you are disoriented. Your mind is basically become like a child. When you have a baby or toddler, and if you're not really paying attention to them all of the time, they can wander around just exploring, or they just be wandering around, and then all of a sudden they could go missing. Lord knows that's not something that we want. But in her case, her mom is gone missing. But this story is giving me a mixed feeling at this point, because it's also saying that a family source, and okay, on Monday morning, Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos said Savannah had been in touch with his office and said, as a security team that's been in touch with us throughout the night. The NBC called herself the daughter of the desert, in a Today Show segment about her Tucson route last fall. Okay, I'm trying to get to understand. I like watching it plant. Okay, why is she talking about herself so much? Because I'm trying to find we lost our dad, because she's giving a whole story about her. But it's still unclear at this point what really happened, if it's because of dementia, or if her mom was taken without her, consent. But it is unclear what they are saying at this point. Is really unclear, and I'm not sure if it's actually a publicity host, because one thing I'm thinking about, okay, there's no clear reasons they're saying why is it happening, or is it because that, okay, that she just disappeared because of dementia. I've read this article and I haven't seen nothing that spoke about dementia. Her mom that's, maybe dealing with dementia. And also, I haven't seen that they are saying that her mom is missing because she was adopted. You know, basically she was, is not saying that her mom was taken against her will. So I'm really quite, in the middle of the ground. So we are praying for her. That's what they're saying now. They are praying for her. But again, this is what she's supposed to go to. The event, which is the main event of her life that she, well, not her life, but that she had to attend. And I'm not sure if she's going to attend still, because it says probably somebody is going to take her place, but we're still going to find out more information what's going to happen. Because this is the winter event for the Winter Olympics. We're supposed to begin on the 4th. Today is the 3rd, I believe. It's supposed to be, yeah, today is the 3rd of February 2026. It's supposed to begin on this day. Wait, let's see. There were an agenda that says ceremony begin. But as you can see the different types of sports that are gonna be taking place during that day or during this month. So I don't know if you guys are into winter sport, but if you are into winter sport, after all of these events, I'm gonna be hosting a live stream on my TikTok and on my platform. And if you guys know, the last Winter Olympics was held in Beijing, China in 2022. That was quite too long. That was quite some time ago. And who knows, maybe this year, this year, 2026, is gonna be held in Milano Cortina. So basically that's in Italy. So who knows? I mean, I don't know if you guys are into the Winter Olympics, but I think it would be, there are some great sport moments to see, because these are, it's really nice. And it's gonna be for an entire month, almost. So, if you're looking forward to watching it together, not watching it together, but to talk about what's happened, you can find me on TikTok. And this is my TikTok platform where we're gonna be talking about the situation or what happened. And, you can spread or share your opinion about the winter sport or with the Winter Olympic. So I'll be live and you can check out my live. And if you have any question about my live, then you can send me a message. Then, you can follow me so you can know and put on your notifications so you would know when the live stream is gonna take place on TikTok, so you can share your opinion or your prediction about each of the winter sport after the fact. All right, guys, like